Welcome to day 611 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are sponsored by NFT Tech. They're an investor in DesoFi, the Web3 mobile app built on the Deso blockchain. So, kind of a slow day on Deso yesterday. Usually the weekends are, but social media is always so interesting. What's going on with some of the other platforms that are building the out of the desire for people to get off of Twitter?
Yeah, so as you know, when Elon took over Twitter, there's this mass exodus. I don't even know you want to say mass exodus, but there are thousands of people leaving for various reasons. Some maybe some of them have good points, maybe some of them don't.
And to
But
to be fair, other people are joining Twitter, so it's not like Twitter's just like going down the tubes.
yeah, actually Elon made a post and they were actually gaining new users at a rapid clip. So even though people are leaving Twitter, there's also people moving to Twitter. But I want to point out one platform that I spoke about a couple of days ago, and that's Post.news. It's been growing like gangbusters. I think there's 58,000 users as of last night. They're only 2 weeks old. They launched about 2 weeks ago. There's 311,000 users that are still on the wait list who are waiting to get in. We were one of the first 1,000 to get in. We were invited in, but it's been progressing steadily, and I think that the founder is actually the founder of Waze. I believe that Mark Andreessen has invested into it, so it looks like it has a bright future. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because, like I mentioned before, Post.news is a excellent blueprint for how a Web3 social platform could really draw in a lot of users, hundreds of thousands of users, perhaps. And since we're on Deso, we're talking about Deso constantly, I think that Post.news could be used as that blueprint. I think there's two main reasons why Post.news has succeeded thus far in the early going, this first 2 weeks. And number one, opportunity. Pissed off Twitter users are there. They're looking for an alternative, and this is a easy alternative that they can quickly understand. And number two, simplicity and familiarity, being that it's very familiar to people because it's basically a clone of Twitter, but a simplified version of Twitter with, I'd argue a better UI and UX. Um, Mastodon originally started out as this alternative to Twitter, but people began getting confused. The federated structure of the data, it's kind of a decentralized model, not like blockchain, but a little bit different. It confused them. And this confusion led to people not really sticking around like they may have. So Post quickly took advantage of that.
And
And
and,
they've
and
been,
to just chime in here, Post.news is not Web3 whatsoever. It's
right,
completely Web2.
completely Web 2. And that's why I see an opportunity here. But Post quickly took over from Mastodon. And Twitter refugees, if you want to call them that, have been fleeing there. But my point is, I think that Deso has an opportunity, and a Deso node that is able to be simple, familiar, low friction, uh, and not catering towards the crypto people, but to the mainstream could really, really be beneficial to the Deso ecosystem. We already have plenty of nodes catering towards the crypto community, but we don't have many nodes, I'd say no nodes, that just cater to the average user without requiring them to have a seed phrase and all of that. Use the Google sign up feature. Allow them to maybe sign up with other means that they don't need a seed phrase, but later you can transition them onto a seed phrase as they start to understand.
Yeah, I don't know if Post.news is really for just a regular user. I feel like it's mostly a bandbox of leftists, people who
Yeah.
are on the left of the political spectrum. Most of the people who are leaving Twitter are liberal people who don't like how Elon Musk is allowing a bunch of conservatives back onto the platform. So Post has kind of become this more of a liberal social media site for liberals, right? Uh,
Yeah, and just I want to clarify, when I said cater towards the average user, I mean just the person that isn't familiar with crypto. Of course, Post is a kind of a niche social media site, just like Truth Social is on the other side, I guess.
Yeah, and or Gab or Parlor. But getting back to what I'm saying, Post, they're being successful because they are super simple. And why I don't agree that they have a better UX or UI than Twitter. Is that what you said?
I,
I don't-
I
I
I
think
think
they're
that I think the look of it is easier on the eyes. I
I
think
think it's
that
just a little too bland. But anyhow, I think the super simplistic nature of it, I think, is attractive to people because you don't really have those too many abilities outside of what you have on Twitter. You don't have really any abilities outside of Twitter. You just make a post, you can like it, you can tip. I guess that's a one ability. You can repost it and you can comment. But it is kind of clunky to me. But I do think the simplicity, like I said, is what makes it easy for people who switch over. People switching over to Diamond app or people switching over to, like you said, Mastodon, they're going to be crypto native people or people who are interested in the decentralized model. But I don't think the average user who wants to get off Twitter is somebody who really cares about decentralization, or they don't realize that they might care about decentralization. So I think, like you said, I think a super simple node, you know, just text-based white background, uh, don't show creator coins, don't show NFTs, don't, just show the text posts of people who want to take part in regular discussions.
well,
Could be successful.
and I think that this whole idea that they've done it slowly. So that initially they invited 1,000 users, then they added another 1,000, and then another 1,000. And in the meantime, they're capturing all these emails through a wait list. And that wait list, it creates a sense of urgency. People rush in, hey, I want to get on this wait list so I can get in. And it creates these everybody wants to be a part of it. And that's something that I think a DeSo node could take advantage of. I would like to see, I would love to see Natter fund a node that does something like this, and then pump it up on these other platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, and all these other platforms, and create a wait list, get people excited, and then start slowly inviting them, like post it. I think
I,
that could
I
really
do
work
think you
out.
need something. I do think you need something that's different though, because
Well,
Post.news is there
exactly.
already. So
And
you
and
go ahead.
I think you can use some of the differentiating features of Deso to market that. Like you can, like, there's no likes, there's only diamonds. There's you can it's portability. There's multiple websites that you can actually log into. You can use these terms, but don't use terms like decentralization. Don't use terms like crypto native and stuff like that. Just cater towards the mainstream.
So how does Post.news do tipping? Like when you sign up, do you automatically have money in the account to make tips, or do you have to put money in an account?
Everybody that signs up gets 50 points. I think a point's probably a fraction of a penny. Uh, and then you have the option to buy more. So when I signed up, I got 50 points. I've given out tips. You can select how many tips, anywhere from one to, I guess, a million. I don't think there's actually a limit. Maybe there is, but these points add up. And now I think I have like 200 points in my account, and I can just re-give these out. I'm assuming eventually you're going to be a cash amount. But yeah, they
So
gave
so
away points.
so what if there was an app? And like I say app, I think you need an app and a web app. I think you need both if you're going to come out with something that wants to take on a site like Post.news. But what if instead of having likes, you only have diamonds? But those diamonds don't even have to be called diamonds. I guess you could call them diamonds, like diamonds instead of points. And give everybody, when they sign up, everybody gets 50 diamonds or enough DeSo to give out 50 diamonds. But don't even let them know that they're getting DeSo. Just let them think that they're getting these diamonds that they can give to other people. And if you want to buy more diamonds, you can do so.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
I mean,
stuff
we're
like
just
that could work.
brainstorming here, like live on the show. We didn't really discuss this too much before the show. So just throwing some ideas out there.
Yeah, and I'm not like, I think Post is doing a wonderful job. I'm not trying to like say, hey, everybody leave Post and come to a new node that somebody else is going to build. I think that it's social media in this time, there's so much chaos that all these projects can learn from one another and create a better product. Each of these products can learn and be better because of it, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So another problem and a solution. As you know, I know Randier has talked about this a lot, Goldberry as well. there's a lot of posting on the Deso blockchain, and most of it's related to Deso. And how do we get away from this? I don't know. I think that the blog feature can be one of those ways. And I think a good strategy to help change this would be to drive traffic, and will drive traffic to Deso as well, is to start blogging. Blog about things you care about. Who cares if when you post it, nobody on Deso really likes it or it's really interested? That's not the point. The point is to blog about what you care about on Deso through the blog feature, then take that link and share it with the rest of your socials. So if you want to post it on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you have a following that might actually care about what you're blogging about, share it with them. Then they're going to click on that blog and be directed to Diamond app or whatever app they're viewing that blog on. NFTZ now has blogs, of course, Zirkles. Then people are going there and they don't even realize they're on Deso. And this is one of the touch points that Ash touched on before. They're slowly hearing about Deso without really hearing about Deso. And it's driving traffic to Deso. It's driving interested parties to your blog. And I think it's a win-win. I just want to say, like, just a strategy you might want to use. I actually made a political post yesterday. I told myself we're not going to ever get political on Deso, but I think this is a good strategy. I want to test it out. And I think we probably got several hundred views. I posted on my Facebook where we have 70,000 followers. It's just a strategy I think I wanted to mention.
Yeah, like I think, I think a good diversity of content is what's going to help Deso succeed in the long run.
Yeah.
So
So
getting to Deso, Rob87, he started buying creator coins from users who have helped him the most on Deso. So he bought the creator coin of Cold Lux, SKKN Lover, Tobias Schmid, Krasenstein, that's us, Natter, of course, Sean Slater, and Stargazer. So good job, Rob87. Thank you for the coin buy, and congratulations to those whose coin has been purchased. I think it's a good strategy, is, give some love by buying the creator coin of people who have helped you out or have contributed to your success in some way.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot, maybe $1 or two, just
Yeah.
to show appreciation. Of course, they get to keep the founder award, which could be anything. But yeah, I like the strategy. Of course, if you don't want to own creator coins, no pressure at all.
Yeah, so as many of you know, NFTZs.me is the only place where you can post and view live timed Deso NFT auctions. Just go to nftz.me/auction and you can see a list of all the auctions ending soon. I just want to highlight a few that are ending in the next 24 hours. Deso Radial Art. This artist has been creating NFTs on Deso for quite some time, and they have multiple NFTs ending today, starting at around 2 p.m. Eastern time or so. But the key here is that they have a minimum bid of just 0.01 Deso. So that's what, like 8 cents a piece. So definitely check that out. Some of these NFTs are really cool. They're animated. Also, Mr. Hasanak Boss has an amazing photo. This caught my eye, of the city of Prague that ends at 5:20 p.m. Eastern time. It's a really awesome photo. I've been to Prague with my wife. Had a great time there. Love the city, and this kind of brought back some memories. Art2Z has several of his Deso Joker NFTs ending today, starting at around noon Eastern time. He's been creating a bunch of these Deso Jokers. I should say he/she because I don't know the sex of this individual, but great NFTs, very cool creations. Check those out. Again, they end at noon Eastern time.
Yeah, so I quickly want to get to the top 10 NFT bidders on the Deso blockchain over the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. They are as follows: Dead Metal, Pickle Joe, Zer1, Owen Pink 73, Imagine Dreamer, Skin Lover, Studio Richards, NF3, Shady Acres, and Spunk Art. And the top diamonded creators over the last 24 hours, thanks to our friends at Alton Base for this list. These people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on the Deso blockchain in the last day. Skin Lover, followed by Whale Shark ETH, Happy Rabbit, Boops Boutique, Clout Women Unite, Spunk Art, Striga, Krasenstein, which is, of course, us, Stubborn Dad, and Methsuit NFT.
Yeah, and that's all the news we have today. I do want to say next week, probably Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to be launching another Psycho Cyborgs NFT with NFTZ in conjunction with another Deso OG NFT series. The bronze will be dropping probably on Tuesday, and then we'll drop, I believe, 250 again, and then we'll end up giving away 10 silver and then auctioning off the gold version. So we're super excited about that. Great chance to bring some people into Deso again, onto NFTZ and into the Deso blockchain. We're excited. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you tomorrow.